Well, there is a new and growing trend that we want to talk about here this morning, cruising inside the USA. I'm now joined by the cruise guy, Stuart Sheeran. Stuart, thanks for coming on the show here to talk about these river cruises. They're gaining popularity here in the U.S., right?
It's surprisingly, I've been very surprised by how popular. I mean, I've done almost 350 ocean cruises, and then they try to talk me into doing river cruises. But seeing the United States this way, I mean, right now we're seeing a lot of news about problems in Europe with the river levels, the water levels on the Rhine and the Danube are having issues, and it's just not a lot of fun having to bounce from boat to boat. But here in the U.S., I mean, there's so many options. I mean, let's say it was Mississippi River, but now there's a U.S. company called American Cruise Lines, for example, that builds their ships here in the U.S. They're crewed by U.S. Crew members.
Oh, wow.
Ships are registered, so they don't have to visit foreign ports. So I can visit New England without having to go to Canada. And in my case, I've done the American Revolution cruise out of Washington, D.C., and then this year we just did the cruise out of Clarkston, Washington to Portland, Oregon on the Snake and Columbia rivers.
Okay, yeah, I know you were just on a river cruise during the Spokane fires. Were you able to tell us a little bit about how that was? Were you able to smell it from the cruise?
Well, let's say when we landed in Spokane, and just at the airport. I mean, it was completely enveloped the area. The smell, just getting outside, heading south toward Clarkston and Lewiston, it started to dissipate. We did see some sun on the second day, and just a beautiful experience there on the rivers. And I could tell you, I had some friends in Hood River, which was along the Columbia. They actually had to leave for a couple of days because the air quality was getting so bad from the smoke. But we could see it on the river, with pictures that I sent, that you could see the clouds, just heavy smoke, helicopters flying in the area. But it was still a beautiful, beautiful experience.
These the actual ships themselves, as far as the size, are they smaller since they're not out in the open ocean? What's that feel like?
Well, we were on a brand new ship called American Encore, and they only carry between 150 to 180 people.
Okay.
So it's much smaller.
Yeah.
You don't really need a large ship. You're not looking for the entertainment. You're in port most of the days. People were windsurfing. They were kite surfing.
Nice.
There in the Dalles and the Hood River. And I mean, there's just incredible activity. We saw, Mount St. Helens. We followed the trail of Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea as we headed west, and it was really a pretty way to see the country.
I mean, cruises are usually pretty affordable if you buy at the right time, right? But are the prices better for these river cruises?
The river cruises, because the sizes are smaller, are going to be more expensive. I mean, you can wind up close to about $1,000 per person per day. The passengers tend to be a little older, but the age is coming down. But the beauty of cruising, there is something for everyone. So if you like the 3,000-4,000 passengers, you like the big ships, you like the oceans, there's something for everybody.
When's the best time to book these?
Well, it depends on the season. As we head into the fall, people are looking for looking into last minute fall deals. They're looking already into the winter, the holidays, and then they're already planning for, let's say, Alaska and Alaska and Europe already for 2027. And you look at a company like American Cruise Line, I was blown away. First of all, they had 8 ships on the river. They're pretty much sold out. There's pockets where there's availability, but they're so popular that they're booked 82% for 2027. So you're going to have to look, for the availability. But I mean, the amount of itineraries that they have all over the United States, it's really mind-boggling.
Incredible. Stuart, if people want to follow you along or learn more about cruises in general, can they follow you? Do you have a website?
Absolutely. Cruiseguide.com, and all over. Just look for Cruise Guy, you'll find me.
All right. Happy cruising, Stuart.
Hey, thank you.
All right. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back after this.